Hey ballers, Squiggles here, bringing you a ZvZ, and it is going to be Complexity's MVP DRG versus Reis, I believe. And I do not know anything about Reis, but I do know stuff about DRG, and I am expecting quite a match out of these two players. Of course, this game is played on Metalopolis, and it looks like so far we have identical build orders again. I am starting this game about a minute and a half of the way into the game to avoid some of the just regular stuffs. Of course, I have previewed only the first minute and a half, and if there was a 6 pool, I would have started it at the beginning, but there is not. So we are going to go into what looks like macro-oriented plays. Of course, both these guys have scouted each other, and they know where each other are due to these nice little map hacking overlords who, until this little building here, the spawning pool, which you can see the timings are exactly the same between the two players, until these finish, there is no reason for them to move these overlords. So they are just going to be Overlord training. You can see just going everywhere, checking out everything. Don't need to send any Zerglings or drones or anything anywhere. They can see exactly what is going on. They're going to see timings on buildings, and they are going to notice that their timings are lined up almost perfectly. So, if you're a Zerg player, you might want to check out these timings and be like, oh, look, they're exactly the same for the two players. Apparently, this is a common build order. Okay, so like I said, Metalopolis, close air positions. A little bit farther ground. We're going to have to see if maybe mutas are going to play into this game, or if it's going to be more of a Ling, Baneling into Roach Infester, which is what I would call the standard hallmark play of Zerg at this point in the macro game, in the meta. There we go, in the meta game. Macro is when you build stuff. Micro is when you control stuff. Meta game is when you notice trends and you see what people are doing in the game as a whole, not in individual games, but top players all over the world and how they attack and approach the game. Of course, those can change based on where you are. But going back to the game, now there's a very convoluted and abstract thought. We have a Baneling nest going down for both players, so it looks like we are going to see Ling Baneling. Of course, speed started for both guys. I should also say, since again, apparently we have some time, we'll just follow these Zerglings around, that I have been a little bit undependable lately, but I have my life sorted out now. So please check back often. I will be doing daily StarCraft 2 content every day from now for quite a while. So make sure you check that out. Also, I will not be going to BlizzCon this year. I am very, very sad and sorry, and I really want to go, but I just can't with school and life being the way it is right now. Not able to do it, so I am just as sad as everybody else, probably more so, because I've been to the last 2 BlizzCons and they are a blast. Everybody who's going, congratulations, you will have a lot of fun, and make sure you check out the Team Liquid party because it's always really fun. If you can find out where it is. It's always like a hidden secret, and you have to be all sleuth-like. But if you're a StarCraft fanatic, they will welcome you with open arms. At least they have in the past. Okay. Banelings from DRG have been morphed, and they are going to be running around this way. And meanwhile, it looks like there are Zerglings running back, but these are DRG's Banelings, so it is okay. Zerglings scouting, seeing everything. Banelings exploding, killing all kinds of drones. Oh, the carnage, the mass carnage. Look at this. Nothing even to show for it. Just, oh, I think they actually killed Larva, too. That's kind of cool. All right, so DRG with an early little lead here as he explodes some workers. We can go ahead and check out the workers lost. We can see that 4 workers have been lost. And units, it looks pretty much the same from both players. And it looks like DRG now putting down a spine crawler. Meanwhile, Reis has 1 spine crawler down, already completed, getting his 2nd gas. No need to take it here because why, I don't know. Meanwhile, it looks like there is a lair going down for Reis and a Roach Warren going down for DRG. So this is the first deviation, I would say, that we have seen as far as building build orders and stuff like that. Reis does have a couple of Banelings down here at the top. That's right. Try to figure that sentence out. But those are just for defense, and they're kind of staggered, so he'll be able to defend pretty easily. Looks like he's getting a couple more Banelings right now, but DRG, he has quite a few Lings, and he's just chilling around the outside. He does have a slight supply lead right now, and it looks like here he goes, going to be trying to do stuff. Oh, and 1 Baneling kills so many Zerglings. Oh, they all go down. Oh, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, kids, boys and girls, men and women, children, and clowns, that is why you stagger a couple Banelings right there, because then it just makes so easy to defend what otherwise would be a terrible run by. Okay, it looks like DRG is getting roaches, and he does have melee or missile attacks on the way, but look at this. We have not only a Roach Warren, but also a Spire going down for Reis, and they are in close air positions, like I have said for the 3rd time now, and so I don't know if this is actually going to get scouted. The Spire's in quite a tricky spot for DRG to get to. You can see he doesn't really have any overlords anywhere around it. it. He is going to suicide in one Overlord here, and there is going to be a Queen. Can the Queen kill this Overlord in time? I do not know. The damage is going. Oh, meanwhile, we have more Lings running in for DRG at the front, but it looks like, no, he is not really going to be able to do too terribly much. Might pick off one drone. No! It gets killed yet again. Is this Overlord going to see it? We're going to switch to DRG's vision really quick, just so we can see. Did he see the EBS? He did. He saw it. I don't know if he clicked on it, but he saw it. So he probably clicked on it. I wouldn't put it past him. And where are we going to see? That's where we're going to have to look. We're going to have to look and see if he puts down any spore crawlers. Meanwhile, it looks like Reis is going to be running over here, surrounding some of these roaches. And we'll go to units really quick just to give you guys a chance to see exactly what everybody has right now. DRG, the only one with roaches out right now. Drone counts are actually surprisingly close, as are Queens and Overlords. And Banelings. But one person has Zerglings, one person has roaches, and we look and see that there is a expansion going down for both players. It looks like DRG's is a little bit farther along, but there is mutas. There is 8-9 mutas on the way, and these mutas can be pretty tricky. Looks like 4 spore crawlers on the way, Hydra Den on the way, and missile attacks just about to finish up. But as these mutas run across, these are going to be who we have to focus on and see what kind of damage they can do. Looks like nice spread on the spore crawlers by DRG, and Reis is going to be content to just kill this extractor. The funny thing is, he's actually killing a lot of drones at the same time because of the glaive attack, it bouncing and all that good stuff. Looks like he is going to go ahead and fall back and killed several drones there. The Queen's able to defend okay, and of course the 2 spore crawlers not hurting at all. And it looks like, oh, now we're going to see the map control swing over in Reis's favor, as once he gets away from the bases, DRG really can't defend until he gets out. Yeah, you can see more spore crawlers going down. And until he gets out additional Queens or additional Hydras. Hydra's on the way right now for DRG. He does have some Hydras already out. And it looks like these mutas are just going to focus down the spore crawlers. And is he going to lose any muta? He loses 1 muta for 1 spore crawler. Moving over here, going to kill another spore crawler, and he may lose another muta in the process. Looks like he will lose 1 muta, yes, and that is it. Now going to be killing a couple drones. Oh, Hydras are out, and it looks like he thinks his cloud is big enough to take these on. Nice transfuse there, but it looks like they will go down, and now going to lose a Queen as well. More Hydras and Queens streaming out, though. Going to lose another Queen and 1 Hydra going down, but now they're retreating back to the spore crawler, and it looks like the mutas are finally going to retreat. And by retreat, I mean go back and harass this hatchery here. Going to just pick away at the hit points, not going to try to focus down these drones at all. Oh, never mind. He saw the drones. He's going to kill those. And now he's just going to go back to picking out this hatchery, maybe fall back over here, and really he's going to abuse this little cliff area right here to do as much as he can and just run these Hydras around all over the place. You can see that Reis is actually taking a nice supply lead right now. Looks like he could pick off a couple. Got to be careful, going to get trapped. Oh, losing a couple mutas there. Not that great. And meanwhile, DRG's army is starting to accumulate. But at the same time, we can see that Reis actually has a huge amount of roaches right now. No upgrades, although, yeah, no upgrades at all, and DRG almost has +2 missile attacks done, but these mutas are doing quite a good job. We go back to the units tab, we can see just exactly how much everybody has. Reis is ahead as far as his worker count goes. He has way more roaches, but there are 12 Hydras for DRG, and those Hydras could definitely help. It looks like, oh, going to be sniping off a Overlord right there, and now going to be moving on. We could see an attack coming pretty soon. And I'm going to set myself to busy. I did not do that. I apologize. There's the busy. And here comes the attack. It looks like Reis is going to get off the first volleys. DRG going to be falling back, trying to get in a better position. And now here we go. And it looks like Reis getting in as close as he possibly can with these roaches. And you can see just tons and tons of damage being done. I'll select everything so you guys can see exactly what's going on here. And if you look at the minimap, you can see that Reis is actually reinforcing with units, and DRG is not. Reis now with a 30 supply lead and is picking off additional Hydras. Wow, lots of damage being done to those Hydras. Roaches are actually faster than Hydras, apparently. Yep, Hydras are pretty slow. And there goes the statue. He said something mean, and he was taken out. So, DRG looks like he is definitely up against the ropes. 150 supply for Reis versus 106 for DRG, and how is he even losing stuff? It looks like he lost something to Banelings there. Okay, and now it looks like Reis is going to be flooding in with more additional roaches, although DRG does have enough units right here. Nope, there we go. Now Reis is reinforcing with more, and look at the concave by Reis. Wow, that's really good. DRG definitely on the bad side of that. It does have 1 spine crawler and a Queen, however. The spine crawler going down, and now it looks like he is going to have to retreat. Here come out the drones to try to defend. Again, look at the minimap, just a constant stream of units for Reis, just continuing to push in. 156 supply versus 114 now. Drones being pulled again, queens being pulled, and a whole bunch of roaches, and just more roaches, more roaches. You can look here. You can see that Pathogen Glands is almost done, actually, for Reis, getting infestors as well. Lots of roaches coming out for both players. +1 missile attacks and +1 carapace. Just about to finish for Reis, who is actually down significantly as far as upgrades. It is 1-2 versus 0-0 right now, but now Reis has 1-1. That's going to help quite a bit to even out, and he just has too much stuff at this point. Again, looking at the minimap, you can see more stuff continuing to stream across, but he does have infestors out, or he will very soon. Now going to be transitioning into those Zerglings as well, so we can just keep reinforcing a little bit faster and trying to get into decent concaves here, picking off individual units, pulling back. DRG doing a great job of defending with really half the army. And if you go to the units tab, you can see that they both have a lot of workers. So the armies tab is definitely in Reis's favor. He has like double, and he also has more workers. So DRG definitely up against the ropes, but not out of this yet as he continues to defend. Had a better concave there, and now Reis being very, very patient, literally waiting for all of this. Here come the infestors. Great fungal going down. Wow, that fungal is going to do just terrible, terrible amounts of dust and browder damage. And that is going to be it. That is going to be the GG. So Reis taking out DRG, arguably one of the better Zergs out there. Great job by Reis, able to just really put some cool Mutalisk play in that you don't really see Mutas that much. I mean, maybe a little bit, but nice job using Mutas and just really harassing and able to get a huge advantage off of that, compound his advantage, and just hammer DRG into oblivion. Congrats to him. Please leave comments, as always. Check back more frequently, because I realize it's been like 4 days since I've done a video, but now it's going to be every day. I promise. I swear. At least for the foreseeable future, until the next thing comes and messes up my life. But for a while, I'm going to be casting lots of games, so I'll always have content up. All right, guys. That is it. Squiggles out. See you guys later.